This episode of We Hate Anime is brought to you by our wonderful patrons over on Patreon. Special thanks to Nicole Carter, Kev Online, Vinegara, Katarasic, and Gachi. Without them, this podcast wouldn't be what it is, and we thank you sincerely. Join us over on Patreon today for as little as $1 a month if you can spare. And without further ado, on to the episode.
Hey, so did I tell you about the time I watched a bunch of North Carolinians kill themselves?
Yeah, I just saw the North Carolina game today.
Yeah, if I lived in North Carolina, I'd do that too.
Wait, the North Carolina game?
Yeah, at the NCAA game.
Football.
What's the NCAA? Is that like college?
Yeah, the college basketball.
Wait, I thought that was college football.
Yeah, it's both.
Is this March Madness?
Yeah, March Madness is going on right now.
Wait. So March Madness is NCAA, not NBA.
Did I say NBA? I meant NCAA.
No, you said NCAA.
This has been a train wreck.
Yeah, it's you're talking to the guy who like literally for like the sales I do at my job, I had to come up with favorite sports ball teams. So I'm like, yeah, I like Vikings. I think they're called the Red Sox. And I like the Charlotte Hornets. And then I found out the worst possible time the Charlotte Hornets isn't even a team anymore. But they were an NBA Jam. They were an NBA Jam, which is all that mattered.
True.
Just so you like the Washington the Washington football team.
Who's the Washington football team? Is that like the Army's football team?
No. It's the one that changed their names and got a bunch of white people upset.
Oh, Bugs Bunny?
What?
Yeah.
I feel like we're just doing Mad Libs right now.
Okay, so North Carolina, Jonestown, go.
Yeah. So I'm in North Carolina, and I'm not gonna brag about being able to drive well because I can't actually drive all that good. I just know how to drive on ice because I've grown up doing it my whole life. That being said, like my attentiveness to the road is complete garbage. Like I think I realized I want to say like 6 years ago I had a problem when I was reading One Piece doujinshis while driving.
Oh,
were they at least good?
Oh yeah, they're all Nico Robin. Like I'm not gonna waste my time.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, was it Robin?
Yeah, I'm sure if you showed them to the family of four that you hit on the sidewalk, they'd be like, "Yeah, it's pretty good."
Yeah, that was actually the point where I like realized I needed help because I was like, honestly, I'd be playing like Pokemon Go if driving, if not for the fact that thing like rigs itself into your stereo system and screams at 1,000 decibels every time you do something. So, I'm not going to pretend I'm good at driving, but I was in North Carolina with my wife a few months ago. I think it was in January. And there's a joke in the like Bible Belt that people in North Carolina are incapable of driving in snow. And I kind of thought it was an exaggeration. I thought it was like, oh, like whatever, they never get snow, whatever. No, that's actually completely true.
They can't.
Because one of the Fridays I was there, that night, they had less than 1.5 inches of snow. I think it was like 1 inch exactly. And North Carolina declared a state of emergency. And my wife and I didn't even know this. So we're driving around. Nobody's on the road. And we're just happily driving up and down North Carolina. And like, weirdly enough, all the restaurants are closed because we're like trying to get something to eat. And I can't figure out why. I'm like, okay, the malls are closed. All the restaurants are closed. Everything is closed. And I cannot figure it out to save my life. And we find out the next day that they had declared a state of emergency. And even despite that, like 8 people on empty roads had flown off the road and killed themselves.
Yeah, that sounds right. Oklahoma kind of has that issue too.
Oklahoma does?
Yeah, except we actually get snow, so there's no excuse.
I've lived in You go first.
Go ahead. No, you've lived in North Carolina.
I've lived in North Carolina for like 2 years, and every single time there was snow, my dad would just be like, "We can't go out there today. We'll die."
Apparently, you do. That's the best part, is like, you guys got less than 1 inch of snow, and there were 8 recorded fatalities on the road in like Cary alone.
Yeah, it's if you don't die while driving, someone else is going to kill you. Like, you'll be walking down the street, and they'll just forget that brakes exist, or remember that they exist way too early, and then, whoop, there you go.
It's like you guys in like the 50s or like 40s in Iowa. I want to get all these details wrong, but like the 50s or 40s in Iowa, there were 2 cars on the road in the entire state, and they hit each other.
That's just called being soulmates.
Yeah, right. Oh, it's Fatal Attraction. But well, I will say North Carolina does have that. I can't remember. It's called like Joe's Barbecue Pit or something. No, it's like family barbecue where they just do a ton of burgers, and it's like all their burgers are like super char grilled or like super char broiled, and they have like 38 different flavors of milkshake. What's it called?
North Carolina is the most southern state that isn't in like the full-on South.
Bro, I fucking love North Carolina.
It's so pretty. I miss it.
My family's from there, and every now and then we'll like go and visit. And bro, North Carolina's got good fucking food. We'll go to like the Greenville area. Go to Parker's.
You know what pisses me off about North Carolina the most, though? I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you all your face. You guys have one of the best museums I've ever seen in my life. And
who's you guys?
People from North Carolina.
Okay.
You guys have one of the best museums I've ever seen in my life, and it's totally free.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's literally like the North Carolina Museum of Natural History. That's its name. It's in downtown Raleigh. Raleigh.
Yeah, my sister lives in Raleigh.
Yeah. It's a museum of natural history. Completely free entry, by the way. You can just walk in whenever you want, and you have a full interactive museum that's like 30,000 square feet. My wife and I went from point to point, and half of it was closed because it was the winter, and it took us 5 hours.
Most state-funded museums are free, from my experience.
I want you to come up here to Anchorage, Alaska, and like we have the only reason we have a museum up here is because the Smithsonian felt bad for us and opened up a satellite museum, and it is just it's like $16 per person to get in.
Bruh, what the fuck?
And they have an entire wing of the museum dedicated to Native American art. And I'll admit that is probably very appealing to people who don't live in Alaska. But my entire childhood education, like K through, I want to say 8th grade, we were required every year to basically have an entire block of our education on Native American culture, which is great and all, but you can only hear the story of the crow and how he stole the sun so many times before you're like, I'm now a racist. Like, it's just... And so you have this entire wing of, like, native art that cannot move. Like, the entire museum upgrades every, like, 3 to 6 months, and you get, like, new exhibits and stuff. But the largest section of this museum, and we just don't even get anything new, either. That's the worst part, is, like, that section has been stationary for 2 decades. It's, like, the same paintings you saw the last year you were there. It's the same artwork, it's the same sculptures, it's the same narrated videos, and it's like, you're losing a third of this museum to something that, like, anybody who lives in Alaska is tired of seeing. Somebody say something right now, it's too awkward.
I find it really funny that, I want to say, Moth has been nerding out over museums for the past 3 minutes. Can you guess his favorite One Piece girl?
So true.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to do that, weren't we?
Yeah, this is a One Piece episode.
Man, I was going to talk about penis inspection day. That's going to have to wait.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the We Hate Anime side.
We Hate Anime B-side.
Yeah,
it's the B-sides. Basically, Mike got sick of me and said, I need somebody to take the bullet and record episodes with Moth.
So we're going to be doing a One Piece movie marathon series.
I hate everything here.
With
okay.
The only 3 people on the podcast who actually like One Piece.
I love One Piece.
Okay,
I like when Luffy goes, I'm funny rubber man, and then punches the enemy.
Except that
Shut
might
the fuck up. Lardo bleep that.
No.
Sudoku.
Hi.
He's made of rubber, and I got a question for you.
What's up?
How did that happen?
He took a bite on Gum Gum.
Did he, though?
Yeah, he did. That's what it's called. It's called the Gum Gum fruit. So the plan is, at first someone was like, hey, yeah, y'all should do like a complete One Piece rewatch. And I was like, I'm enough of a genetic freak to do that. I don't think anyone else is. Also,
And then
I'm
no
about
one
to
else
have a
was.
child.
This is going to be so painful, by the way, because the issue we run into is they do a movie every year, and I think only one of them has ever been written by Oda, and the most
No,
recent.
there's 2 that are written by Oda.
What's the other one? Because I know the one is Strong World.
Strong World and Stampede are both written by Oda.
Wait, he wrote Stampede?
Yeah.
Wasn't Stampede like the giant pirate brawl?
Yeah. One Piece.
So that was the one that came out like 2 years ago, right? Like after Gold?
Yeah, it's like it was the one that released like right at the start of Wano.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm curious what his because we're actually nerding out and talking about One Piece for a second. I'm curious what his influence is going to be on the Red Hair movie. Do we know if he's writing it?
So I have some interesting. Today's episode is actually kind of has something to do with One Piece Red, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So
real
we
quick
watched...
though, no. Shut up, Sudoku. You talk too much. I'm looking at my audio waves here. I haven't talked for 12 seconds. Let's talk real quick. Lardo, Sudoku, I want to hear when and how you got into One Piece.
One Piece.
Go wonderful, great, wonderful. Lardo, how did you get into One Piece?
Oh my god.
Sudoku, how did you get into One Piece?
Yeah, Sudoku, please.
All right, so basically, one day, so there used to be a time in my life where I didn't have anything to do at home, because I just didn't have one, and so I would go out with my mom. And she'd like drop me off somewhere, and some days she'd drop me off at the library as she went to work, and so I just. And she dropped me off.
I'm just depressed.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Sometimes I'd be dropped off at like Target. Sometimes the library. At like the library, I would go. Stop laughing at my backstory.
Your backstory is literally the Penguin's backstory. Like, yeah, she was a single mother, you see. But one day, mommy couldn't pay the bills, you see.
Yeah, see.
I'm sitting here, like, making fun of Lardo's backstory. This is tragic as hell.
No. So I got dropped off at the library, and all I would do all day is just sit in the manga section and read manga. And I read, like, a ton of things, like Blue Exorcist, Full Metal Alchemist, Naruto. But then I also, like, picked up One Piece. I never got past like volume 8 because they ran out of it by then. But I just kind of got into it, and then I would just look up like One Piece videos on my Google Chromebook all day.
Well, what would you say? What would you say is like the year you started One Piece?
Oh man, what year is it?
It's 2022. One Piece started in 1997, so before you were born.
The anime started in 99? Yeah.
99. Yep. They made it 15 episodes without a movie. New record.
I want to say...
Was it even 15?
I think it was 18.
2000...
I'm at the edge of my seat here.
2013.
2013? 2013?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, Lardo, I'm just depressed now. Like, please clarify my depression so I don't, like, assume the worst of you right now. Like...
Yeah, sure. What do you need to ask,
like,
buddy?
Oh, no.
Like, did you actually not have a home? Were you, like, literally a car baby?
Yeah.
Holy
Back of a
crap,
truck.
dude.
I had a 3DS with a Mega Man 3 on it, though, so I was doing pretty good.
Yeah, base.
Honestly, yeah, that's... I'm just depressed now.
You had the best one.
Yeah. I never
just
even
ending the
beat
episode.
it. I wasn't good enough at Mega Man 3.
I'm just ending the episode now. I'm depressed.
No, it's funny. It's funny. I like throwing
It's
it
not
out of...
funny. You're laughing, and I'm just like, I'm sitting here like, you're like my buddy who tells me the story every so often of how his mom tried to rape him.
Okay, whoa.
Whoa.
I just sat at Target all day playing the Smash 4 demo at the kiosk. I was living good.
No, that's like, I just feel bad now. Like I'm having an existential crisis.
At least he doesn't have a Cockney accent.
Yeah.
There's
now,
a
like,
porridge.
Just be
I
lucky
only
I
have-
didn't get really into flightless birds.
I only have Mega Man 3. I can't even beat it.
All I have is this unbeatable copy of Mega Man 3.
And now you look at my empire and you see, I own the Blue Bomber.
I own the Blue Bomber.
Sudoku, please tell me that you had like a positive childhood upbringing.
Yeah, no, my childhood was like completely, mostly trauma free.
Yeah, way to rub it
except
in my
that one time
face.
I got hit by a car. And
What kind
still
of
suffered. I think it was I think it was a Honda Civic.
That's the car you get hit by. That's like every car.
Yeah,
every
no.
car is a Honda Civic.
I got hit
Help
by
me in a
Yoda.
Gemini.
No, it's the Prius is the Yoda.
Oh, yeah.
Or is it the Camry?
It was Honda Civic, I'm positive.
Yeah, no, it's Honda Civic.
No way, it's got to be the Camry.
No, it was Honda Civic.
It's a Honda Civic. I know because I drive a Honda Civic right now.
Yeah, and
That's the thing.
Sudoku is Yoda. Didn't you know?
You know, that's the funniest thing about Honda Civics is like people trash on them all the time, but
They're
you can
good
buy
cars.
you can buy a brand new baseline Honda Civic, and yeah, you're probably on like a 1.8 liter engine with like front wheel drive or whatever, like the crappiest thing, but you still get like pseudo leather seats, a full stereo system, and this is for $19,000 in an era where like the average sedan is like 29 grand.
Yeah, Honda Civics are actually like, there's a reason you see them everywhere because they're good, reliable cars.
Yeah, and they're stronger than the child on the crosswalk.
That's the thing, as Macklemore said, there's hella Honda Civics I could tell you about.
True. Moth, how did you get into One Piece? Oh, wait, we didn't finish
Sudoku. Yeah, Sudoku's just talking about the fact that he got hit by a car,
I'm
woke
sorry,
up
I
with
kinda-
brain damage, and started reading One Piece.
Yeah.
So, when I was in high school, I tried to get into One Piece. I got all the way to the first filler arc and then dropped it.
Yeah.
And then quarantine happened. The start of COVID-19 happened. And I was like, you know what?
We really are living in the worst timeline.
One Piece just got added to Netflix. So I was like, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to watch all of what's on Netflix right now.
Did you at least use anime filler list?
No, I watched all of that shit.
You're a dumbass.
Most of
He's
it's
a
pretty
legend.
good.
It is. No, here's the thing with One Piece filler. There
like
is
the
a lot of
entire
it.
wacky races.
Yes.
Yeah,
no,
that's
but
part. That's not filler. That's canon. That's in the
It's
manga.
fun. No, that's the thing about One
That
Piece
part's
filler.
really fun too. Foxy Pirates
Yeah.
is fun.
No, I'm talking about Buggy's wacky races.
I don't remember
Still
that.
based. That's something about One Piece filler that you can say is that like sure a lot of it is like stupid, but also I feel like out of all of it kind of makes the most sense because they're going on funny little adventures with these characters I like. I feel like One Piece filler is some of the most enjoyable ones out there.
So there's something
what's
about One Piece filler that I want to talk about later. I'll continue. I'll finish.
No,
my
I'm
thing.
cutting you off. I'm cutting you off here because I got to talk about Naruto now. Can't talk about One Piece without talking about Naruto.
True.
My favorite episode of the original series is filler.
Is it the ostrich one?
No, it's the one where he's trying to find a bathroom.
Yeah, that one.
That's filler. That's not in the anime at all.
Not in the
Or the
manga.
manga.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
there's like an entire episode where Naruto is like, "Oh, I ate some spoiled milk. I need to go to the bathroom." and it's like 10 minutes of him just like, "Oh, this bathroom's being overtaken by enemy ninja, but I can't fight them because I have to poop." And it just goes
That's
like that for
good.
like 10 minutes.
That's a good episode.
Okay. So now I'm done cutting you off. Go ahead. Go.
So quarantine happened. I watched all of what Netflix had of One Piece. Which, by the way, Netflix is adding One Piece movies now.
Yeah. No, they have Gold or they have Strong World.
Yeah, they have Strong World. They have episode of Alabasta and episode of Chopper, and they're adding
Yeah.
Z like next month.
What is Z? Is Z the newest one they've done?
No, Z is the one right after Strong World. Just the first post time skip one.
Okay, gotcha.
But anyway, so I finished all of what was on Netflix, and then I was like, and then I moved on to Crunchyroll, watched all of Skypiea, and then it just kind of spun off. It took me about 2 years to get caught up because I kept like taking breaks
So
in between arcs.
I just gotta ask,
especially during
like,
fucking Dressrosa.
there are like 3-4 arcs that I could have done better skipping, and one arc that I did actually skip because I was so bored of it. Little Garden is completely useless and I hate it.
You're fucking wrong. The Little Garden is actually really important.
Yeah, because it introduces Mr. 3. Let's go on.
No, because it's everything with giants and with Usopp.
Don't care.
Usopp's whole thing with giants starts in that arc, and also fucking Big Mom uses a move that gets introduced in that arc. It's like, oh, and that's like her. That's when you discover her connection with giants. The arc's really important and really good.
You know what's funny? I think Little Garden is only like 9 episodes long, and yet in my mind, I remember it being 27.
Yeah, it's really short.
Little Garden, I could not care less for it. Chopper's arc, I could not care for. And that was also only 9 episodes.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Moth?
That's it. We're kicking Moth out of his own podcast. Get out of here.
And then Skypedia, I could absolutely do without, because that honestly felt like filler. That entire arc feels like filler.
Skypedia, Skypedia
it introduces really sensory hockey.
No, with what happened recently in the manga, no spoilers, Skypedia is really important.
Wait, what? No, the only thing Skypedia did was introduce the best Parmesia devil fruit in the series.
We'll talk about it.
The muscle fruit.
What the fuck are you talking
about? The one that the Mad Monk has, where the more he gets beat up, the stronger he gets.
I don't remember him
about.
I do not remember him having a devil fruit.
So there's the 13 supernovas or whatever, the 11 supernovas. I can't count; they keep changing.
13.
One of them is the Mad Monk from Skypedia.
He's not in Skypedia. He's from Skypedia, but he's not in that arc.
Right. But Skypedia allowed him to exist as a character. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
No. So Skypedia could be completely skipped. What's depressing is
I can't stop lying to people.
It could have been what was the most powerful Logia fruit and just trashed it for a C-list enemy. They took out Eminem. That was it. That was the entire purpose of that arc.
And it was very important and changed the cultural landscape. Next question, please.
Oh my gosh. All right. Now, the one that I absolutely skipped because I was so bored of it because I hate both of the characters is after the Paramount War, I just completely skipped Luffy and Ace's backstory.
Moth. Did Sabo show up and you were like, who the fuck is this guy?
No, I know exactly who Sabo was. You need to understand how much I hate Ace. I cannot handle that walking hot topic freaking advertisement.
Pseudo, I think Moth failed the brother check-in.
Picture of just Ace and Luffy with massive dongs high-fiving each other.
So, on to One Piece opinions that would make me upset. Moth, talk about your experience with One Piece.
Oh, so I actually dodged it. Like, I dodged Naruto until I was about 26. And I had to get from North Carolina to Anchorage because I just finished training and I had a PS Vita at the time. And I had just finished Persona 4 Golden. And I had nothing else to play.
Because there's nothing else on that console.
Dude, there's 0 on that console because they lost the rights. They lost the rights to Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
No, that's on the Vita.
No, they lost the rights to it. It's no longer on the PS Vita store.
Really?
Yeah. So unless you feel like basically playing a PS1 emulator and playing like the Misadventures of Tron Bond, there's actually nothing to play on that console.
Fun fact about Marvel 3 on the Vita, it's the only version of Marvel 3 that has a hitbox viewer in the training mode.
Yeah, and you can view frame data and stuff. So it's the most important one.
You actually, if you don't own a physical copy of it, you can't actually play it anymore.
That's crazy. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's they don't have the rights to it anymore. But I basically I'd finished the course and I had 7 hours to get from North Carolina to Anchorage, and I think I had like $10 to my name. And for whatever reason, if you were a PS Gold member at the time, One Piece Pirate Warriors 3 was $10. And it had like all the DLC at the time, and the game had come out like a year ago. And if you guys know Muso games, those games never go on sale.
They never do. Pirate Warriors 3 is kind of the best way to start the series. I'm gonna be real with you.
Honest to God, Pirate Warriors 3. Pirate Warriors 3 is like one of my top 5 Muso games.
It's so good.
Pirate Warriors has basically just become the main series now, because that's where they introduce like actual new mechanics.
No, it's Pirate Warriors 3 is actually insanely good. I would say it's right there with Dynasty Warriors 4, which lets you do a fighting game for whatever reason. You could challenge other generals to one-on-one combat, and it literally became a fighting game. And God forbid you if you ever challenged Lu Bu. Because Lu Bu puts you in the dirt no matter what. So I would say like Dynasty Warriors 4, Dynasty Warriors Empires 5 or 6. I can't actually remember because my vision is blurry of like my memories of these games. And One Piece Pirate Warriors 3 is the number one Muso game.
It's good. I've only played the fucking Fire Emblem one, Pirate Warriors 3, and the Berserk one.
The Berserk one's trash. As someone who's pretty much played every Muso game, I can tell you the Berserk one is like bottom 5.
It let me swing around a big sword as guts, so I was happy.
I actually remember that game is so poorly optimized on everything that isn't a major console that there are some objectives where it's like kill 300 demons, and they don't actually load enough demons onto the game for you to kill them unless you face away from the camera where demons aren't rendering and start swinging blindly. Like, they don't actually spawn enough demons in the camera for you to get the 300 in the time limit. You fail the mission over and over again unless you look away from the camera and swing against the player.
That's funny.
It is so bad.
Game design. But yeah, Pirate Warriors 3, literally the only complaint I have about it gameplay-wise is that it's slightly imbalanced. And by that, I mean Luffy's, like, light, heavy combo is enough to take out the whole game. But even then, that's barely a criticism. Just use someone else, Lamau.
Or Do Flamenco turns the game into a PowerPoint.
No, that's just called a skill issue.
Man,
Do Flamenco is the most broken character in that game, just so you know.
I played that game
down.
co-op. Playing co-op, and if one of the two people was playing as Chopper, oh no. The PS4 does not like that.
It doesn't. I've been trying to like convince my diversity hire to be able to play it with me.
What do you mean by diversity hire?
My boyfriend, he's my diversity hire.
I thought you actually meant like a diversity hire, like when we ordered when we hired a freaking refugee from Iraq to my business and he proceeded to sexually
I thought you were about to say Tid.
No. We actually hired an Iraq dude at my company at one point. He was like an actual like Iraqi refugee, and he proceeded to sexually harass every imaging director at every hospital I worked at until we had to fire him.
He's
I'm
just
not
like
even
me for real.
this up.
Okay, so One Piece. So Mav, finish your story.
Oh yeah, so I had a 7-hour flight and I just played that game for 7 hours straight. And I looked at my wife when I got home and I was like, "All right, we're gonna watch One Piece now." And she's like, "Oh, I love One Piece." And I think she had stopped like right after Ocean's 11 because she didn't like Frankie, which is funny because Frankie is my favorite character.
I don't know. Okay,
Ocean's 7. Sorry, not Ocean's 11.
you're getting closer.
Is it Ocean's 8?
It's Water 7.
It's okay. There we go. No, so I was like, all right, we're gonna watch this, but I really don't care for the beginning of this, so let's start on Barati. So I have never seen the first 18 episodes of One Piece. I literally started on Sanji's arc.
Syrup Village is actually really fucking good.
Yeah, not gonna lie.
Syrup Village Usopp's arc?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Usopp's beginning arc is like one of the best things of like early One Piece.
Usopp's arc is I think the first really good arc of One Piece.
All right, what are your three favorite arcs?
One Piece.
All right, I'm kicking Lardo off and replacing him with Egg. Egg doesn't even have to watch it. At least he gives me answers.
Alabasta, all of CP9. I am including Water 7, Enid's Lobby into the same arc because they are.
They are. Anybody who says otherwise is an idiot.
Fucking, I don't know. Wano seems pretty cool.
Wano's been pretty cool, but I actually think, so this is not spoilers. This is actually discussions of internals. I think Toei Animation faked that data leak, by the way.
Oh, yeah, because the pacing in the Wano anime is so fucking bad.
Yeah. The pacing is so god-awful that I think they're breaking, instead of doing filler or anything else, they're just straight up breaking the continuity, and they're going to switch to the same system that, like, My Hero Academia and everyone else is doing now.
Yeah, I would like after Wano, even though after Wano there's probably only gonna be like 2 more arcs.
Dude, after Wano, we have 2 more arcs, if that.
Yeah,
We have
they need to
effectively
fucking switch to
Luffy.
doing seasons.
Well, honestly, it's gonna be Ennis Lobby and Water 7. It's just gonna be Luffy takes on the world government and Blackbeard. The end.
Yeah, but actually no. Hold on, I'm trying to think what arcs there are.
It's gonna be Luffy and Red Hat takes on the world government, and then Luffy takes on Blackbeard. The end.
Yeah, I'm still Alabasta, CP9, and Whole Cake.
Whole Cake, really?
Yeah, I like Sanji
You
a
know,
lot.
Okay, fair enough. What about you, Lardo?
Alabasta, because the prison escape arc. I forget the thing. Impel Down was it called?
Impel Down?
Yeah, Impel Down's great.
Really love Impel Down, and fuck, can't think of a third.
I can tell you mine, and it's
Sure.
funny because all mine take place right after each other.
Oh
like,
wait, no,
literally
fuck.
in continuity.
Actually, wait, hold on. Fuck Whole Cake. Arlong.
Arlong Park, really?
Oh, Arlong is so sick. We got to talk about the Arlong walk later, but first go Moth.
Well, then we gotta watch the Arlong Park movie.
So number 3 is Thriller Bark. That's my 3rd favorite.
That's fair. That's a completely fair decision.
That's like the only time you see Usopp do literally anything. Well,
Actually,
no,
Dressrosa's right there.
Well, I feel like Dressrosa should have been the best arc, and if we ever got like One Piece Kai, it would be the best arc. Because the issue with Dressrosa, it literally flashed back so much it wasn't even funny.
Oh, it's crazy. I don't know if it does that in the manga. If it flashbacks.
Well, no, you get flashbacks where it's like, oh, my dad died, or oh, I was raised by this one-legged soldier. Oh, Corazon died. Like you got those 3 flashbacks, and then you also got like their flashback. But, like those are 1 to 2 chapter flashbacks. Those aren't 5 whole episode flashbacks.
Senior Pinks is good though.
Senior Pink is great. His flashback with Frankie, like that. I feel like they've had to nerf Frankie since Dressrosa because he single-handedly did Dressrosa. Frankie is like solely responsible for the Straw Hats' success on Dressrosa. He like even held back the cage.
He's a strong boy. Drinks his milk.
Drinks his cola.
But yeah, so I would say Thriller Bark at number 3. Number 2, Amazon Lily.
Based.
And the reason being is I'm actually convinced that they used Amazon Lily to teach an entire team how to animate One Piece, because that arc has
crazy.
No right being as well animated as it is.
It's it starts from what is it, the Sabaody Archipelago? From there,
he gets
all
teleported
the way
there
to time skip. It's just fucking goated animation. I don't know what juice they were on.
No, I would say actually the animation stops as soon as the boat leaves Empel Down and lands in the Paramount War.
There's still Paramount. The Paramount War still has some fucking crazy parts.
Paramount War drug so much ass, which is funny because one of the most cinematic moments in the entire series happens during the Paramount War, and it still doesn't impact at all because it's so boring. And that's when Luffy just throws a masthead at the 3 admirals.
The part's good.
But yeah, I would say Amazon Lily at number 2, and then at number 1 is Impel Down, hands down.
That's good.
Which is funny because Impel Down has nothing to do with One Piece.
Yeah, but it's so cool. I love Prison Breaks.
Yeah, and it's so well done too. Like the entire arc is just great. Like how he gets in, everything.
It's just nice fun. It's got Buggy's there, which is always good.
Buggy's there.
Crocodile is there.
Bon Clay.
Bon Clay, my dude. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to go on a bit of a tangent. That's one thing I always love about One Piece is that the power scaling isn't like 1-to-1. It's always like, oh, Luffy could completely trash like Eminem, but then like just completely eat it against someone else later. Meanwhile, Eminem probably could take on like a few people later on. It's like, it's very much just like a different like tools for different situations. It's fun.
Eminem would be like fucking. He has like an admiral level fruit.
He
just so happened to fucking fight against Rubberman.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Luffy being there, he would have like been like cool to just like chill. But then Luffy just made him fucking eat it. It was so good.
Oda, by the way, has confirmed that if he wasn't on the moon right now, he would have a bounty of 600 million. Just so you know.
That
Powerful.
sounds right.
Yeah, and they're talking about that because just, fun fact, instead of power levels, we get bounties.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's one thing that's really cool about One Piece is the fact that other characters like, oh, this person only has this bounty, and then they get bodied.
Yeah, it's like, that was the thing is they were talking about, because the guy has the swamp fruit, which in my opinion is the worst Logia fruit. And his bounty is like 160 million. He goes against a dude who has the turtle fruit with a 300 million berry bounty, and you just watch him get slammed into the earth.
It's good.
It's so good.
So I guess we could either talk about Penis Inspection Day or we could talk about the movies.
We should talk about what we watched.
Yeah, we should talk about the One Piece movies for the One Piece episode.
So we decided to hit two things. We decided to hit the pre-release, predating the anime, so the voice actors weren't even set in stone yet. Studio IG, which I know Studio IG is such a big company, but for some reason this OVA was not well animated in my opinion.
It has some really well animated sections. It's very fluid.
But it's boring. It's so boring.
It's not written well.
No, it's not. So it's we watched the OVA and we watched One Piece 2000, which is really interesting. The entire plot of the One Piece movie 2000 and Wano are the exact same thing, and that's that people don't like Odin.
So let's talk about the OVA first. So we watched One Piece defeat the pirate Ganzak. Came out in 1998, directed by Goro Taniguchi, who also went on to direct Code Geass.
Wait, which version of Code Geass?
All of it.
So, fun fact about Code Geass, they reuse the 3D animation a lot, right?
I've never seen it.
Yeah, so fun fact, Code Geass, I'm gonna go on a tangent. I've just taken the win from you, Sudoku. Code Geass, the entire movie was actually like that 3D animation thing, and it came to America, and we animated an entire classroom TV show around like a 60-minute movie. Like, we Zentied a freaking 3D animation from France.
So Goro Taniguchi also is the director for One Piece Red, which comes out in August. Yeah.
So it's going to be poorly written.
This is the director, not the writer.
Okay, that's fair. Who's the writer?
Some dude.
It's not Oda? It's not Oda, and we're talking about Shanks. It's going to be garbage, 0 out of 10.
No, because there's good One Piece movies that aren't written by Oda. We'll get to them.
Yeah, but not story-relevant ones.
There's never any story-relevant ones. They're all non-canon.
I mean, this could be a Shanks backstory. Actually, didn't he say Strong World is canon? I thought he said Strong World is canon.
Strong World's not canon.
But they mentioned that pirate during the Paramount War.
Yes, Shiki, the character, is canon. That movie is not.
What?
That's silly.
Yes.
Yeah, that's weird. Stop making stuff up. So Shiki is canon. He fought Goldie Roger just the same as Garp. It's canon. It's fine.
Okay, but so we watched the OVA.
Came out in 1998, before the anime was even in production, and it had a limited theater run.
Did it?
Yes, it was limited theater run. I think you had to be in Tokyo to see it.
I assumed it was like a festival thing.
Yeah.
Okay. This is kind of boring.
Yeah, no, it is, because that entire OVA was boring, and Lardo is stoned out of his ass in the corner trying to keep his fan from overwhelming his microphone.
It's so hot in here.
It's just you and I talking with Lardo occasionally just going, One Piece.
I'm like staying quiet so that I can like easily cut out the audio of my fan going on in the background. It's so hot in my room.
Honestly, your fan's not coming across, so you're fine, man.
No, it's going to show up in Audacity.
Oh, great, wonderful. Well, that's why you're the editing monkey. You got this.
True.
There's
So the movie only has the 3 characters. Like, I don't even think Usopp's in the movie yet.
Yeah,
the OVA, not the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the OVA. In the movie, they have Usopp, but not Sanji yet. In fact, even in the summary, they say like, oh yeah, in like the summaries I've read, they say like, oh yeah, they don't have food because Sanji isn't there yet.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I'm like, they're complaining about food. Where's Sanji?
It's not that. OVA, it's kind of boring. There's some kind of neat animation here and there. The movie.
Yeah, let's put this out here. Thank God, I can't believe I'm saying this, but thank God Studio IG didn't get the anime.
I don't know if I agree, because
No, that anime is a testament to the fact that they would have manhandled it.
I don't know. I think
I'm
animation's
so glad
fine.
our
It's just the writing
saviors.
is just bleh.
I'm so glad our saviors of anime, Toei Animation, got the rights.
So also both of these things that we watched have something in common that a lot of One Piece filler also has, and I got reminded today that most One Piece movies also have this.
Is it where they say, "Oh, we'll see you again on the road," and they never see them again because
Well,
they're
there's
filler
that.
characters?
There's always a fucking child.
Oh yeah, no. They do. They always do. Well, to be fair, like I think Wano is the first time Luffy actually has a child as his cute companion, and he's not just cucking a princess.
No, in filler, like most filler arcs, there's always like a child, and in every most movies,
There wasn't one in Gold. There wasn't one in Strong
like
World.
pre-Strong World, there's always a child.
There wasn't one in the Island of Dr. Moreau.
I think there is.
Okay,
No.
this is where I out myself. Despite being big One Piece fan, I have never seen a single movie or OVA or anything.
And that's why we're doing this, baby.
Watched some anime. Don't know anything.
Here's the thing. Do you know how many One Piece fans have never actually watched a movie as well? Like, I mean, I need you to understand, there are, in Germany, One Piece fans who are literally only One Piece fans because they play, like, Buggy's Brawl on the PS2 and have never done anything again.
I respect them.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to remember. There was a fighting game on the PS2, and it was like an overhead. It was like Golden Rock or whatever the one on the Dreamcast was called, Blazing Stone or something. What's the over top brawler on the Dreamcast?
I don't fucking know. It wasn't on the Dreamcast. It was on
Blazing
the PS2.
Saddles.
Grand
Shining
Battle.
No, it's like Shining Stone, fucking something like that.
Are you talking about Power Stone?
Yeah,
That's not One Piece.
One Piece has a Power Stone ripoff on the PS2.
It does. I understand this trail of thought.
Yeah, no. So it's like there are fans of One Piece who've literally only ever played One Piece Power Stone on PS2. So don't even worry about it.
Yeah, most people haven't seen the One Piece movies, which is why I really wanted to do this series, because I have seen every One Piece movie, and I think the grand majority of them are pretty good. And I think it's a crime that people have not watched these. Most of them. Some of them you don't watch them. We'll get to that.
For some reason, don't watch Alabasta.
Yeah, don't watch Alabasta. Don't watch episode of Alabasta. Don't do it.
Well, so there's a question. Are we? Maybe we should discuss this in private, but I don't do that because I'm not a private guy. Are we gonna cover the weird movie? They're like the weird. They're not OVAs, but they're like, hey guys, let's sit down for an hour and 20 minutes and catch you up like all the way to the Paramount War, so that you could become a One Piece fan too.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If it's not in this torrent I downloaded, we're not going to watch it.
No, it's a series where and they started doing it. I want to say like 2-3 years ago. Where it's just like, hey guys, one of the movies, they're not quite movies, but they're like hour and a half features. Where it's like, hey guys, we're gonna cover everything that happened up to them getting on the Grand Line. Okay, guys.
Oh, you mean like episode of East Blue, episode of...
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll watch those. Those are fine.
Okay.
I'm good with those, because those are like newly animated stuff. We'll watch those.
Oh, speaking of which, you saw episode 1000, right? How they did that?
Yeah, that's good. That's good shit.
That was the ultimate, like, because we talk about how you have to handle fans. And so you have handling fans the wrong way, which is Kathleen Kennedy. Everything she does hurts fans. And then you have Toei, this amazing this company has never done anything wrong, and they take episode 1000
okay,
completely filler. Like episode 1000 is 100% filler, but it is such boner fuel for fans because you get a redux of the original OP. You get reanimated cells of like the original stuff, and then you have all the characters showing off for 25 minutes.
It's so good.
It really is.
It's just everyone it's very much made by people who are just like, I like One Piece.
Yeah, unlike Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
Kathleen Kennedy is the reason we have incels hating on Star Wars right now.
Yeah. Okay.
She is worse for Star Wars than Jar Jar Binks.
So One Piece the movie, released in 2000 after like fucking 8 episodes of the anime or some shit like that.
18 episodes.
The 18
the
that
end
Moff
of Syrup
skipped?
Village.
Crazy.
Directed
What?
by Junji Shimizu, who also directed...
Famous for his rights. No, he wrote Spiral.
Did he?
Yeah, he wrote Spiral. He has an entire like anime series based on his horror
I
novels.
want to
and
slap
stuff.
the shit out of you. He also directed the second and third movies, and also the 9th movie, which is Episode of Chopper, which I really like a lot.
Okay.
The third movie I don't like, but we'll get there.
Oh boy.
This one was funny.
This one's really good.
You know what's weird though? You know what this one was missing, and I was thinking about it the entire time I was watching it because it's sometimes nice to just go back to old One Piece. There's a lot of things they get right, like the fact that for a while Luffy was the biggest dick in East Blue. Like, without a doubt, Luffy pretty much handled everything. Like, there was never any doubt that Luffy could overpower anything in the East Blue.
No,
Yeah.
I realized this today, and I didn't even think about it. You meet 3, or like in the entire East Blue arc, you meet 3 devil users. One of them used to be a fucking member of the Roger Pirates. One of them is Luffy, and one of them's a Marine captain.
Smoker?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a captain.
No, because Alvida gets her devil fruit before they go on the Grand Line.
That's right. I forgot about her. So you get 4.
It's funny because Alvida is just the average interpretation of a Midwestern housewife.
True. But,
Alvida in both forms are the 2 rationales for a Midwestern housewife. Those are your only 2 options.
That's good.
There are 2 options. But yeah, no, for like the longest time, Luffy was just like the biggest fish in East Blue, and he was like fully aware of it. And, like that's like one thing I really like. They showed it in this movie too. Luffy and Co, they don't really like fight until they have to. Like not out of like, you know, like, oh, wanting to see what the enemy's made of. They just kind of don't care. They just, if they don't pose a threat to them directly, they just kind of let them do whatever.
Yeah, until like Luffy doesn't really get humbled until Lockdown.
Yeah.
Well, Smoker only humbles him because, hey, we just introduced Logia fruits.
Yeah, that's
You know what was weird to me, though, is Zoan fruits hadn't been introduced yet, because when do Zoan fruits... Is Chopper the first Zoan fruit user?
Technically no, but that is the arc where they get introduced.
Okay, well, no,
That
he's
one
not the first,
boar
because you have the
guy.
dude who has, like, the bull fruit or whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, Chopper, like that arc is the first time zones get introduced.
Because the enemy they fight looks like he's from, like, the island of Zoe. Like, he's a straight-up lion man.
I mean, he just has lion hair and like nails and shit.
And lion
He's not
teeth.
like a literal lion.
And his laughter is like, gwar, rah, 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 rah.
Yeah, but he's not like a literal lion. He's just kind of into
Dude,
that
he's
shit.
a lion. The dude's a lion.
He's just kind of into that shit. Leave him alone.
Yeah, but no, it's the fact that
He
we
does
get to see
vocal
Luffy-
exercises. Leave him alone.
Oh yeah, speaking of, so what I was gonna say though is the only thing this movie was missing, which was very commonplace, I want to say up until after Luffy unlocked Gear 3, just how stretchy Luffy really is. Like, there's a lot of gags and stuff in the original One Piece where you just like watch Luffy like just distend his body for fun in the background, and that's nowhere in this movie.
He's a bouncy little boy.
Yeah, but like you
I
got
think
the
there's
scenes where
enough
he's just
gags in this movie that I'm fine with because this movie's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, dude, the scene where Naomi was like, check out this cool trick I could do with the map. It's called scorching. Where you,
it's
like,
called
use
burning the map.
Yeah, and then she just burns the entire map. Oh, it was so good.
That's fucking great. The beginning of the movie where they're like, where people were stealing from their ship and they're like, hey,
Are they bad guys?
well, yeah, that
don't
treasure was
know,
stolen
yeah.
to begin with. Then they gave him food, and then they fucking shot Luffy.
I will say though, I don't feel like this director really understood One Piece because he had one fatal flaw in this movie.
What was it?
Matchlock pistols were portrayed accurately.
Yeah, no, that's true. I pointed that out. So they had like flintlock pistols, like an entire like just like crate full of them, and like they like take one shot, then immediately toss it out and grab another, and they do it for like 30 seconds, just a volley of shots. And the thing is, in the time it took to shoot all 20 of those, they could have reloaded one of those to max. It's so funny.
Yeah, no, it's just proof that the writer and the director just didn't understand One Piece at all. Because don't you know flintlock pistols can fire forever?
That's actually a thing in one of the like Oda, like what are they called? When like Oda does like a Q&A thing?
Oda asks.
Yeah, kind of. It's like early in One Piece. It's like, yeah, usually flintlock pistols, you can only shoot one, then you have to reload. In One Piece, you don't have to reload. Don't worry about it.
And he doesn't even explain it.
No. I fucking love him.
Well, no, that was the thing. Like, Oda's just like Q&As are always the best thing. Like, Oda, how do you draw women? He's like, well, first you draw letter X, and then on the top half you just draw 2 circles in between it, and then you fill in the rest of the details.
And then he's like, isn't this how everyone wants to draw a woman? This is my ideal woman.
What was the story? I always hear a story of like Oda married a woman cosplaying as Nami or something.
Yeah, he married
like,
a Nami cosplayer.
It's so weird to me that Nami is apparently his, like, because, you know, everybody has to have their self-insert waifu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just weird to me that it's Nami, because I feel like I see way more of Robin than her.
Robin is like the easy one. Robin is like, you know, that's like the taste everyone has. Every single man is into Robin in some capacity. Even if they're gay, they're still into Robin.
Speaking from experience.
Yes. But like Nami is such like a specific type. Like Nami is just like so like, she's like a mean girl type, but still like has like that prettiness. She's like tailored in such a way where it's like, oh no, he had to have been absolutely into everything she was about.
I mean,
it's good.
Yeah, I was, for some reason I was just getting like flashes of like the other waifus in One Piece. Sander Sona, Hancock. That's the one that everybody always ignores. But Boa's green-haired sister.
Perona was made for me. She was made for me. Oda was like, Oda would love this, and then he made Perona.
True.
I like Perona, but I also feel like Perona and Usopp would have been a great couple. But
They
no,
would have.
Usopp stuck with his Syrup Village crap.
He's a real one.
He's a real one.
I don't know. He's been traveling for so long that at this point he can get a new wife.
You can get 2.
You can get like 4. Who cares? He's like the most accomplished marksman in the ocean at this point.
Yeah.
He's God.
He was successfully able to traumatize a small little girl.
And he was good at it too.
Yeah, he harassed a little girl to the point of like convulsions.
I will say, the 2000 movie, it would not have been nearly as good without Usopp when he just started like breaking into song because he had no idea what else to say.
Poppy people.
Papa people. My stomach goes Papa people. It's just
you know that's a vocal exercise, right?
Is it?
Is it? That's
yeah.
Good.
So that's a Japanese vocal exercise.
It's even better.
That's even better. God, yeah. I feel like all the characters in like the movie were definitely given like their own time to like just have like some like really funny moments.
Everything between Luffy and Zorro is some of the best that Luffy and Zorro have
the sequence
ever
where Zorro jumped out of the ship immediately was very interesting.
Well, yeah, because
so did you guys notice like? Yeah, he knew that Luffy was about to drown, so he jumped into the water before it even happened.
Yeah, because before Sanji joins the crew, he's the go-to life preserver.
He's just like he just protects Luffy with like all he has. It's so good. I want to say my favorite gag in the movie is actually about Luffy and Zorro. It's when they're like, it's very small, but it just really got me. It was when like, you know, they were like chained together and Luffy was like introducing himself to the man and he was just to the big bad and he was just like, my name is Luffy. He turns around, this is Zorro. And he just goes, hey, and then nothing else. It's so good. It's small. It's fun.
We haven't talked at all about the plot of this fucking movie.
Because there isn't one. It's just a One Piece movie plot. Like, let's be real. The plot is there was a legendary pirate. They go out to find the legendary pirate. They meet a new group of pirates. They beat the group of pirates. They find out the treasure's the friends we made along the way.
They found Half Piece.
The treasure literally was the friends we made along the way.
So the reason we're not talking about the plot is like, and this is probably why a lot of fans haven't watched the One Piece movies, is because the plot is literally hey, we go to an island, we fight another big bad pirate who has a devil fruit that would have been way better if it was canon, and then we leave.
His devil fruit's really cool.
It is.
Not really. It is very much an OG devil fruit.
Yes, but it's still
like
really
that
cool.
he gets a Dragon Ball Z power charge and then just like screams.
That whole movie was a Dragon Ball Z tribute.
And that's why it's fun. No, that's the thing about One Piece movies. Sometimes they don't need plot. They just need to be fun. They just need adventure.
That's why we have Stampede.
Yeah.
The movie with no
Indeed.
plot.
Is it really just pirates fighting for fun?
Basically, yeah.
I will say, yeah, I'm excited for us to... We've already reviewed The Island of Dr. Moreau, which sucks, because that was probably one of the best One Piece movies.
Don't worry, we'll watch it again.
Dude, we're not going to do a recast episode.
Why wouldn't we?
I don't
This
know,
is a different
we've already done it.
series.
I don't know, I don't feel like we would do it.
Why not?
But yeah,
I want to watch it again. Fuck you.
What's important here, and I really appreciated this, is it's just nice to see original One Piece again. Because we're at the point now where every fight is always so tense and everyone's so serious all the time and like everything is just 100% balls to the wall. It's nice to see a movie that, I mean, the movie's what, 51 minutes, 47 if you cut out like the intro and the exit. It's 47 minutes, and Luffy only fights for 2 minutes and just dominates a dude and leaves.
Sometimes
Zoro
you just
does
want
the
to see
exact
him
same
curb
thing.
stomp a guy.
Yeah.
Oh, and he does. He puts him in the ground. He put Arlong in the ground. Like, he puts everyone in the ground until they get to Alabasta.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like early One Piece fights. Early One Piece definitely isn't about the fights. It's about, like, meaning behind them or whatever. Sometimes it's just about seeing the tiny little rubber boy just curb stomp a dude, destroy his entire will to live, and then go, I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah, exactly. It's just something, it's kind of like watching Naruto versus Naruto Shippuden, except it's the opposite. Because in Naruto, like, you had children dying all the time.
Oh, that's good.
You literally learned one of the 4 villages killed half their kids before they could even do the Genin exam, the Chunin exam. Like, you had this level of seriousness, and then you get to, like, Naruto friggin' Shippuden, and suddenly Naruto's the Messiah. He's like, I can bring people back from the dead.
To be fair, he did that, like, once.
Yeah, but he did it a lot that one time.
So
it's kind of the opposite with One Piece. He's OP.
sometimes you just need to see Usopp fail himself upwards in a span of 50 minutes.
Yeah, that was before Usopp had his major character change in Water 7.
Yeah,
I will say it is weird to see their old personalities like Nami, like Zoro actually has probably been consistently the only character who's never changed.
Zoro's,
You can't change perfection.
That's true.
Yeah. Zoro and Sanji have literally never changed their characters. Nami has changed. Robin hasn't changed either, and neither has Frankie. Chopper's changed a lot. I will say though, can we get rid of Sumo Point? I hate Sumo Point so much.
What the fuck is Sumo Point?
Or it's Kung Fu Point.
Kung
sorry.
Fu Point. Kung Fu Point's cool.
No, it's garbage. I would prefer to see Horn Point more.
Horn Point is cooler.
Yeah,
I like
Horn
Kung
Point's-
Fu Point though. He's just a dude.
He's just a little
He's
lad.
he's the beanbag from Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Dude. Honestly, not many of the characters have like changed. I feel like Robin did change a little bit, but it's more just kind of like it's not very much like a very outward change, but it's very much just like everything around here feels like a lot more chill, like less mysterious and more just like she's just happy to be there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can tell we're done. So real quick, just for people who are One Piece fans, we would not recommend the OVA unless you want to see a piece of history. Like, we really wouldn't. I was talking to Mike. The source we watched it on is unlisted. I'm asking him if he can put a free Patreon post with the link. Obviously, we don't want to advertise this too much, but like, hey, if you want to see what Studio IG would have made, what was being conceptualized at the time, because the voice actors aren't the same. I think Nami and Zoro both got different voice actors by the end. Or no, Nami was the same, but I think Luffy and Zorro.
Luffy and Zorro
voice
are
actors.
definitely different. Nami sounds similar. I don't know if she's the same.
Yeah. So if you want to see a piece of One Piece history when they're kind of like brainstorming the concept for it, go ahead. The movie 2000 is just, if you're burned out at the Wano arc right now, go back to a simpler time.
Yep.
It's a little bit unfun because Frankie's not on the team yet, but like, hey, what are you gonna do?
Return to Monkey.
Yep.
Literally.
One Piece the movie is, I think, really delightful. Especially,
It's very fun.
especially compared to Dragon Ball Z Dead Zone. Which
It was such a bad movie. We actually had to watch an American propaganda film instead. I'm still proud of that episode, by the way.
it's a good episode.
That was good. That was good.
But yeah, I would actually highly recommend One Piece the movie if you just want like more pre-time skip more early One Piece. Watch One Piece the movie. It's fucking great.
Sam, I'd give this a very loud scream out of 10.
I would give it like a 6, honestly.
I would give it a racist caricature out of 10.
We didn't even talk about the racism. Oh yeah, there's a racist guy.
Okay, we can't. Okay, so as Americans, let's not speak on racism in a Japanese perspective. Mr. Popo is fine.
Okay. Okay. So there is a racist character. His name is Luffy.
No,
No,
the
it's
racist
Zorro.
character,
He's
what
right
was his
there. What do
na-
you mean?
I'm sorry.
What was that character's name anyway? It was like Shibubi or something.
Gon
Got
Gondo.
Gonzak. No, I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, it was like Gonboro or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Gon Beret.
Gonbare, yeah. Wait, actually, okay. I don't think we ever even yeah, we said we were doing a marathon, but before we end off the first episode, we gotta set the tone going forward. We have to say our favorite One Piece character. Pseudo, go.
Law.
Solid. Moth,
Trafford.
go.
Are we talking Straw Hats or are we talking non-Straw Hats?
All characters, every single one. Out of all of them, which one's your fave?
Frankie for Straw Hats, Corazon for non-Straw Hats.
I respect it. Mine's Usopp for Straw Hats and Usopp for everyone else too.
Usopp's a good character.
No, I think Soga King's better than Usopp.
I don't know, man. I feel like I see Soga King and I think he's just doing what Usopp did, except not as good. I feel like given a bit more screen time, maybe he could overtake Usopp. Right now, Usopp, he's just had the game for longer, you know?
Bro, Soga
Yeah,
King
but
kind of
Usopp's
saved the
still
day
not
in
as good
fucking
as
front of
God
Barca.
Usopp.
Okay, yeah, no, God Usopp is pretty good, but I still think Usopp just slightly takes it out. I feel like over Soga King and God Usopp, though, it's a tough one.
So next episode, we're doing fucking, what is it, Clockwork Island?
Is that the one with Donald Trump?
More like Cock Twerk Island. Got him.
No, there's actually like a filler. I don't know if it's a movie or a filler arc where they literally fight like Baron Trump, and I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah, I think that is the second one.
Oh, great! Now we're gonna be the official Trevor Noah show for an entire episode.
Let's go.
That dude has had the Tonight Show for 4 years, or like 8 years now, and still can't stop talking about Trump, just so you know. Like, the dude hasn't been president in 3 years, and he's like, hey, here's my Trump imitation. Like,
Talk show
what?
host born after 2016 can't talk about current events. All they know is president from 2016.
Eat hot
Wait, I
chip
thought-
and lie.
Eat hot chip and make unfunny skits.
For some reason, I thought we were in the year 2026, and I thought he was president from 2020 to 2024 for a second.
Okay, Moth just mentioned Hoth there.
I did. I'm like, what's going on, guys? This is a freaking Mario Brothers movie all over again.
Thank you all for coming to
You
We
remember
Hate
that
Anime.
part?
No,
Mario Brothers
no,
movie got
no.
11?
Nope, Lardo, you don't get to go away yet.
I'm
'Cause now-
going
okay.
I'm going
So-
to be using the Patreon plug from last episode that I had to make.
Good. Real quick though, now we get to. So this is when you can turn the podcast off if you don't want to hear spoilers.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about the latest chapter of One Piece because we are.
The one that has somebody I know on suicide watch.
That's me.
No, it's not you. Somebody I know literally got mad at his girlfriend because I told her to say, we're in spoiler room now. All right, so if you don't want spoilers, turn this off.
Spoilers for chapter 1044 of One Piece.
So I had a friend whose boyfriend, I guess, has been reading. He's about the same age as me, like 2 years younger. So he's been reading One Piece since like 2005. So he's probably a bigger fan than I am. He was so mad about this chapter that he like didn't talk to her for 3 days. And after the second day, she's like, Moth, you're the only other person I know who likes One Piece. What should I say to him? And I told her, be like, I'm sorry your favorite Stretch Armstrong boy is a furry.
So
That apparently is the wrong thing to say to your depressed boyfriend, by the way.
Lardo, you still here? Or are you going to dip out?
I turned my fan on. I'm going. I'm going not hot mode.
Okay, because I know Lardo
It's going
isn't caught up with the
sicko
manga, so I didn't know if you wanted to like dip out or not.
No,
No, I ruined it for everyone.
Oh yeah, you did
I
because you're a
ruined it for
fucking
literally
asshole.
everyone.
Yeah.
So, chapter 1044 of One Piece dropped, which possibly has the biggest lore, not the wide lore dump, but the biggest.
No, it's the biggest reveal in One Piece history.
Yeah, it's the biggest
like,
reveal in One Piece
literally.
history. So, we've all been fucking lied to for 24 years about what Luffy's devil fruit is.
Wait. When do you actually think Oda made this decision?
Chapter 1.
Nope.
Yes.
No, I'm gonna say Paramount War. He made this decision.
I'm gonna say it was when he just decided. Oh yeah, Luffy can now just like turn on fire whenever he wants to. Red Hawk.
Yeah, that's probably part of it.
Nope.
Because there's
the reason
part in,
I don't think he did it in episode 1 is because if Oda had actually planned this series out better, he would have not made the first big bad named Captain Henry Morgan.
Yo, you got me. Oda's a hawk. Oda's a hack.
He is. No, I honestly think that at the very earliest he decided this during Logtown, and I think more realistically he decided it during the Paramount War.
Nah, I don't think he thought the real life Captain Morgan was hot shit. No, because in chapter 1, like Luffy talked like right after he eats the fruit, he talks about, oh yeah, since I ate the fruit, I've been a lot happier lately.
Huh. I'd have to look at that.
In chapter 1. Hold on. You want to hear some clickety clacks? I'm sorry. I will link it real quick.
Well, he'll clickety clack while I'll explain. So, chapter 1044, he took established canon and expanded upon it. There are god fruits. I think Marco has one of them.
Yeah, Marco has one.
Chopper has one because he has the actual only existence of the human fruit.
No, Chopper does not have a mystical type zone fruit.
I thought the human fruit was considered mystical.
No.
Okay. So never mind. But Sengoku has the other mystical Zoan human fruit.
Son Goku, what?
No, Sengoku has the human fruit version Buddha.
Yeah. And Yamato also has one. Yamato has the dog one.
Okay, but that's not a human fruit. So there's mystical
but he has
Zoans.
but Yamato has a mystical fruit. That's what I meant.
Yeah, so the only ones there are Parmesia, special type Parmesia, Logia, and Logias are already considered super rare, so there's no mystical Logias. And then, so there's special Parmesias, which Charlotte Kakaguri, he has one. I guess his devil fruit is actually considered like legendary Parmesia. And then the Zoan fruits, so you have standard Zoan and you have legendary. So any fruit that lets you fly is considered legendary. Which is weird because there's the propeller fruit, which we're not going to talk about.
we don't talk about those. There's only 7 devil fruits that let you fly. Don't worry about it.
And they're all Zoan, right? There's not a single one that's Parmesia, right?
No, don't worry about it.
So Luffy is revealed to have the 3rd confirmed god fruit. No, 2nd. Yeah, he's confirmed to have the 2nd other god fruit. And his is the Naki fruit. Or the Nika fruit.
Nika
Sorry.
fruit.
I have to remember it's Nika because it's Nico.
Human fruit, mystical type, Nika type. Sun god.
Sun god Nika. Yeah. So everyone is pissed, and the reason they're pissed is actually a very good complaint some people have. And it was really nice that we had an anime where the main character had a C-list devil fruit. Like, genuinely. And now it's like, just kidding, he's not a C-lister. He's actually an S-tier fruit. I think his dad might have the only one scarier than that.
It's good. I'm fucking excited.
I am too, but we pulled Naruto again. We pulled Naruto where like this guy who struggled his whole life because he had a bad hand is suddenly a god.
I'm fine with it because it's not like it's like a reincarnation, and he actually had to kind of sort of work for it.
Yeah, no. Okay, I will say this. At that point in the story where that happened, he stopped being the underdog. Like, he already became the hero of Konoha. It's like, at that point in the story, him being that didn't really go against the narrative. He already moved away from that a while ago. He kind of became, like, his own thing.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but I don't know. Sage mode was cool, and then they're like, hey, remember when we had Sage mode? Lol, JK. But I will say, what was interesting is they mentioned that Luffy's Devil Fruit has been awakened since day one. It's only dependent on your imagination.
When did they say that was awakened since day one?
So if you look, I want to say it's the panel where you see Luffy silhouetted by the moonlight.
Yeah.
They describe what the Nika fruit does. And it says its level of awakening is only restricted by like the person's imagination.
No, its level of ability is only restricted by his imagination. They said that when it's awakened, it's something else, but he just awakened it. Fifth gear, Gear 5 is him actually awakening his fruit and using Toon Force. It's been revealed that this entire time, Luffy's Devil Fruit power is actually that he gets Toon Force.
That he gets Hammer Pants?
Yes. That he becomes a Tom and Jerry character.
That he becomes a Fleischer era cartoon.
And this is shown in this chapter when he grabs Kaido, starts swinging him around, and there's like the smear frames where it like doubles the eyes. It's really good. And then
he ties him into a knot.
Yes.
My friend was like talking about One Piece. Like, he got like really high and was just like, people are thinking it's gonna be oil. Like, his real Devil Fruit is gonna be that he's made of oil. It's gonna be super cool.
I'm gonna kill myself. Nope, he's a Zoan type, and he is the sun god Nika, and the world government wants that devil fruit. And so here's what they've done: that devil fruit isn't in the recorded books, which we've established. It is known as the Gomu Gomu fruit because they did a mass propaganda campaign because of how powerful the fruit actually is.
Yeah.
So it is officially the Gomu Gomu fruit in the textbooks, and that's what it's associated with. But the world government admitted, they're like, yeah, it's actually the human fruit code Nika. I'm excited. I want to see this. I'm here to watch this train wreck burn to the ground.
So, do you think Shanks knew?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Do you think Shanks meant to give it to Luffy?
Yes.
Okay.
Shanks is too intelligent to have left a fruit in front of a retarded child and been like, "Oh no, he ate it."
That's true. You got me there. I was like, I'm not too sure, but yeah.
But this is also where I fall into the idea that I don't think Oda knew what he was doing yet. Because if Oda knew what he was doing, he wouldn't have had Shanks lose a hand.
Shanks talks about that. He says losing his hand was a gamble for the new generation. So like he lost his hand to what's the fucking word? Incentivize Luffy to get out after he took the Gomu Gomu fruit, after he ate the devil fruit.
Well, I mean, regardless, I'm curious to see where we're going to go here now because a lot of people are on suicide watch.
They are what we call cowards.
I mean, it is a little bit sad to see that, like, you know, he didn't have a C-class devil fruit and he made it to the top with just this garbage fruit. But, you know, whatever. Let's see.
But he actually, I don't know. He actually kind of worked for it.
Yeah, he did. He worked for it for 25 years.
Took a pretty big bonk on the head to awaken that shit.
Yeah. So there we go. This is we talked about the movie. We didn't really, honestly, I can tell that none of us cared for either of these two movies.
I like One Piece the movie.
I like the first movie. It wasn't the best thing, but it was fun.
Yeah. The next one I think is a lot more interesting.
Is that the Clockwork Town?
Yeah.
He has Sanji. They don't have Chopper yet at that point.
Yes, the next one is Sanji. The next one after that is introduces Chopper.
So real quick,
and then
just
we
on a
get
side
Robin
tangent.
for like 20 movies.
Are we a little bit like frustrated with the fact that for the longest time Luffy leaves princesses on an island and now he's just been collecting a harem for the last like 2 arcs?
No, I think he's a Chad.
Yeah.
Well, no, like we have Carrot now, who's going to become a permanent member of the crew, pretty much.
No, she's not.
Yeah, she is.
No,
Carrot's going to be the next. Yes.
No, Carrot's going to go back.
And potentially Kaido's son / Okay, so real quick because I'm out of the loop here. Does does Yamato actually identify as male, or does she identify as Odin? Because I feel like that's actually two separate things.
Yamato uses he, him pronouns.
Yeah, because she uses ore a lot.
You just said she.
Sorry, this is my confusion with Yamato.
No, Yamato is... okay, people consider Yamato to be cis, but uses he, him pronouns.
Yes,
so
I
when
have
you
heard
refer
him
to
say...
so when you refer to Yamato, you use he, him pronouns.
Yes, and even Kaido's cool with it.
Yes. If Kaido can do it, y'all can do it.
I've always actually been curious about that, because I'm like, I know Yamato uses ore, but I have seen enough, like... I've seen delinquent schoolgirls use ore as well.
Wow, Yamato. Also, Yamato is the most powerful Kenny, so...
The most powerful what?
Kenny.
No, we're not getting into this. We're not getting into this. Pseudo, stop. Pseudo, stop. We're not getting into this. Moth, you don't need to know. You don't need to know. We're not doing this.
Moth, do you know what Homestuck is?
Okay, thank you for showing up to the We Hate Anime podcast, everybody.
See you next time.
Good night.
Bye bye.
So